Next up on our list is the input methods in the classic design experience. These are very important properties and we have to know them in order to succeed in this exam. Let's take a quick look on our official documentation and see what we have here. First off, these properties are related to click and typing activities. So let's say, for example, I have this browser session here and I want to type my email and my password and then hit the login button. This is where I'm going to worry about those properties. Now let's go back to the documentation because here we can see what is going on. First off, the default for these activities is the hardware event. So it actually simulates when the hardware function, the hardware capability when you are typing or clicking. It has 100% compatibility, but you cannot run on the background. So the automation that uses this cannot run as a background process. It is very slow, 50% of the speed, and you can use the hotkeys like Control Enter, for example. You cannot use the auto empty field, and it is available for classic and modern. The second one is the send Windows messages. It has 80% of compatibility, and you can run in the background, so you can design a automation that runs as a background process. It is also very slow, but you can use the hotkey support, but also doesn't allow you to empty the field automatically. The last one and the recommended one, it is the simulate type or click. It has between 60 to 99% of compatibility. It runs in the background. It is the fastest one, but doesn't support the hotkey function, but allows you to auto-empty the field. And it is also available for the classic and modern solutions. Now let's take a quick look on our UiPath Studio and see how this looks like. I will insert a click activity here and use the classic one because this is what we are studying. And I will indicate on my screen my login. And you can see on your left hand side on the properties tab that we have the simulate click and send Windows message. You have to pick one or the other. You cannot pick the two. And if you leave this as default as they are right now, you are going to use the default option, which is the hardware click or hardware type. Same way to the type into activity. I will also use the classic one, and I will indicate on my screen my email. And I have here the simulate type or send Windows messages. And again, I have to pick one or the other, or if I leave both of them as default or false, I can also change to false. It is going to be the default option. All right, so back to the documentation. We still have a fourth one, which is the Chromium API, but this is available only for the modern design, and you don't have to worry about it to this exam because they will not ask you questions about these specific input methods. All right, so these are the input methods in the classic design experience. Now we can move on to the next topic.